Hi again, everyone. I'm Ollie Matthews. This is the Narcissistic Resistance, and this resistance video is sponsored by contribution from Lisa, and here is her story. Dear Ollie, I wrote to you about 3 months ago regarding a male borderline coworker at my current job who has since been fired. I've also watched a lot of your other recent videos regarding closeted gay men and male borderlines, which have brought up memories of yet another male coworker from a previous job who I am now convinced was either borderline, closeted, or both. Well, this one's going to get demonetized. Why are these male borderline bitches everywhere, Ollie? Yep, for sure. You know, it's like I said, you know, the societal narcissism is what has bred this shit. Okay? And I think a big portion of it, again, you can lay it right at the feet of the baby boomers. Right at the feet of the baby boomers with their overbearing ways, their constant fucking bullshit. I mean, this is what they've raised. This is what they've raised and what they've created. We had both been working for the company for a while when my seat was moved and I got moved into this guy's office. About a week later, a female coworker told me how this guy had made a comment to her about what I ate for lunch one day and said to her, "Did you see that salad? No wonder she's so skinny." This struck me as odd because I'm not even underweight, thin and in shape maybe, not bony by any means. This guy was also bone thin himself, skinnier than I am, in fact, another reason why this comment made no sense. Also, what man talks to women about another woman's weight behind her back? He would make nasty wise-ass comments to me about the fact that I try to take care of my health. I had mentioned at one point that I was trying to work out a few times a week, which he liked to make fun of me for. He would make subtle digs about things he saw me eat in front of him and asked me jokingly once if somebody died because he saw me have an ice cream and a soda within 2 days of each other. I mean, I am health conscious, but I am not that OCD about it. I've also never had anybody other than my narc mother track my diet so closely. Struck me as very bizarre. One time he saw me eat a bite-sized Milky Way and said in front of everyone, "Now she's going to have to do an extra sit-up." Yeah, that's real bitchy. That's real bitchy. I would also like to add this guy was a chain smoker and was pretty well known around the office that he was a functioning alcoholic. So I guess he was trying to be healthy wasn't exactly considered cool around this guy. I'll say this, the cigarettes will keep you thin, without a doubt. That nicotine, man, that'll keep you thin. What I think I found the most obnoxious about him is that he would constantly say, "I was just kidding," after practically every sentence that came out of his mouth. He would say this after all the weight and food comments, but also try to fuck with me regarding paperwork. I would fill something out and he would say something like, "That's the wrong form," or "You're going to need to fill out additional paperwork." Then when I asked about it, he would always say, "Just kidding." I found it weird that he would joke about things like this because even if I did need to fill out an additional form, it would have only taken 2 minutes, so it wouldn't have bothered me anyway. I know that he was trying to get a reaction out of me or get me to snap because he actually said this once. Someone came into the office and said, "Lisa, you're very quiet over there." He then said, "Yeah, I don't know what it is. I can't get a reaction out of her." Yeah, I know people it's like the wannabe class clown. Oh, they're the worst. They're the worst. They think they're funny and they're not. And they can't help themselves. Like, the thing is, he can't help himself. You got to understand, he's overcompensating. And they'll drive you crazy, and they fixate on one person that they're jealous of. I found it very obnoxious that this seemed to be this guy's #1 goal, even more important than his actual job. One day when I came back from a meeting, I found a bag of garbage on my chair. I saw him watch me as I came in with anticipation like a kid in Christmas, waiting for my reaction. I saw the garbage and immediately knew who put it there. So I just moved it and rolled my eyes at the juvenile behavior. He then commented again about how he can't get a reaction from me. One of this guy's favorite things to do was to push his hardcore Republican values and talk about how great things used to be. This included a lot of underhanded racial slurs. When someone made a comment once that he sounded prejudiced against blacks, he said, "How could I be prejudiced? I married an Italian," implying that Italians were somehow ethnically inferior. This made me angry since I'm part Italian myself. He told me that he could say things like that because his wife is Italian and he had an Italian great-grandparent. The next day he was telling a coworker about how I had cursed at him the day before and that he was just kidding when he said that. This was the ultimate gaslight because it was very clear the day before that he was definitely not kidding and was actually getting angry at the women who called him prejudiced. After this incident, it became the running joke of the office how I had no sense of humor. Whenever a particular ethnic group came up in a conversation, he would look over at me and then say no more. I was going to make a joke, but I won't. As if no one could make jokes about anything anymore with me there. He made a joke once about a coworker being flat-chested because she was Asian and then said, "Lisa's going to get offended now. I'm not Asian or flat-chested, for the record." Another thing I noticed about this man was his relationship with his wife and how he seemed completely whipped. He was actually pretty quiet, but his wife was very loud and domineering, often cutting him off mid-sentence, and he would constantly let her get away with it. Yeah, so he comes into work and he bullies other women. I told you this is like projection. This is him overcompensating for his nuts being stepped on at home. He used to talk about the drama in his family between his wife and sisters-in-law, but not from the perspective of an outsider. It seemed as if he actually liked being involved in the drama between the women himself. He would take frequent smoke breaks at work and seemed to be more interested in workplace gossip than any man I've ever met in my life, and even a lot of women. He tried to tell me one day that the reason I didn't respond to his bullshit teasing was the fact that I'm an only child and not used to being teased. One time when I mentioned that another woman in the company hated my guts, he came to her defense right away and said, "No, she doesn't. That's all in your head. She's not a hateful person." When he's never even seen the two of us interact. Whether it's my interpretation of his teasing or stating someone else doesn't like me, it appears as if I am always interpreting everything the wrong way when I'm within 10 feet of this guy. Gaslighting 101 right there. As I said before, this guy that I worked with a while ago and actually sort of forgot about until watching several of your videos about men who behave in a similar manner. I appreciate any insight into this guy's behavior since I really don't believe that it's all in my head as he tried to make it believe. Thanks, Lisa. Well, you know, you're dealing with a closeted drama queen. Okay, and closeted drama queens love to stir shit up and cause as much drama as they possibly can. They can't help themselves. It's what drives him. It's why he's outside smoking, just eating up the drama of the women of his wife's side of the family. And they do that because it all is a distraction away from how fucked up they are. They feed into it, so they keep the drama going, so the drama is never focused on them. They're a part of it, but they're never actually the focus of it. Because what it is they're trying to get you to look away from them. Even though they're the focus of it. He's the focus. He's changing how he's the focus of the room. He makes himself the focus of the room by making you the mockery of the room, by making you the focus of the room, so nobody ever really looks at him. He's able to sit there and control the entire narrative of everyone in the room and then never has to take any of the responsibility of his own bullshit onto himself. No one actually really looks at what he's doing. That's why I say these closeted drama queens are dangerous to hang around with. Dangerous in a work environment, because this is the type of bullshit that they stir up. And they are a magnet for drama. They can sniff it out. They know how to stir it. If they see a little thread there, they're gonna pull it. They're gonna pull it. They're gonna work it. They're gonna work it. They're gonna work it. They're gonna go to multiple sources, and that's what the gossip is about. Okay, I'm telling you, you have an unbalanced office environment like that with a bunch of women. Find the closeted drama queen. They're always the source of it. They're always the source of these drama issues. Always. You could always find them in the office. Yep, there it is. Yep, there it is. Yep, there it is. Torquing these women up. Why? Because they hate women. Okay, and in this guy's case, he has double incentive. Okay, because the woman he married steps all over him at home. So now he has to come in and do what his wife does to him at home to everybody at work to make himself feel powerful and to keep the focus off of himself. So I hope that helps. Thank you so much for your another contribution and story. I really appreciate it. Thank you to everybody watching. Please leave any opinions or advice in the comment section below. And again, if you want your story read on the channel, you have a topic you'd like me to cover, a narcissist you'd like to expose, you'd like to set up Skype, a phone call, have a private video made, or a Facebook live chat, or you'd like to sponsor a video like this for someone who needs help and can't afford it, or just make a contribution to the channel in general to keep it growing, supported, and expanding, because this channel survives 100% on contributions from all of you, especially after this video. So if you like what you see here and you want to see more videos like this, you know what to do with the PayPal and email links in the description box, even if you want to see a political video. Also, please like and share this video wherever you can. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and be sure to click the subscription bell to be notified of all my video uploads. I'm Ollie Matthews. This has been the Narcissistic Resistance. Take